Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, February 24th, okay? The time right now is 10:36 a.m. Where I live, I'm in Canada, so right now we are in Eastern time, so it might be a little bit of a time difference depending on where you live or where you guys are in, different parts of the world. I did notice though, one thing that on my website, I'm able to see from, different places where, other people come from. And I was very shocked to see so many different people from so many different parts of the world that were on my website. Like in a good way though, like I was in shock, like in amazement. So, and it wasn't just only Canada, because what it does, it shows you like the main countries, like I guess for the website. So Canada, United States, and then I think it was Brazil or something like that. I don't know, but there was like three main countries, and then after that it gives you a list of, people from different places. So I've seen people from like Zimbabwe or from like South Africa or, from China or, from different places, like even places I've never even heard of. And I had to Google it and be like, that is so cool. So again, thank you guys for those who hop on my website, check it out and stuff like that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I see the love and I see you guys, coming on, even if it's just to be a little nosy. I still appreciate the love. I love seeing different people from different parts of the world. It's kind of cool to see that everybody's somewhat connected, even though it's online. We're all connected some way, somehow. So I think that's really cool, and I appreciate you guys. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see what you guys might need to know for today. I will only be using one deck for this reading, so please take what resonates with you, whenever you see it. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for today, for February 24th? What messages do they need to know for today, please? What messages do you have for the collective for February 24th? Thank you. Okay, guys, so first card is Destiny Path, okay? There's something about the path that you guys are on. Now, pyramids and triangles could be very significant. Bermuda triangles could be very significant too. Take what resonates with that. But there's something about triangles, third eye energy, transmuting energy, okay, working really hard as well when it comes to trying to transmute energy at this time, okay? Also, when it comes to your destiny path, being in control of your path and where you guys are trying to go at this time. So again, there's something about the destiny path that you guys are taking or that you're on that could be very significant for some of you guys, okay? Also, angel number 8, when it comes to stepping into your power, this is about leadership and success, but also you being able to be a mastery of realms. So somebody is very good at connecting through different realms, okay? And also when it comes to like your discipline, that's very significant too about the path that you're on. Okay, there's something also about cause and effect and also strength and ambition. So for some of you guys, this is about what you're manifesting. Some of you guys have this authority about you when it comes to the path that you're on. For some of you guys, when it comes to being an authoritative figure, there's something about that being someone's path as well, and maybe not realizing this, okay? So yeah, there's something about how you attract through your glow, okay? 18. This is about karmic balance, material and spiritual alignment, okay? Some of you guys are in spiritual alignment at this time. This is about fairness and justice. And also when it comes to you being able to mix or integrate both your light and shadow aspects of yourself, okay? So spirit matter alignment is very significant. Again, with the number 1 and 8, that equals 9. So this is about endings leading to transformation. So there's something about completion, okay? When it comes to universal love, letting go to ascend as well is very significant too. So yeah, humanitarian work, light workers, old souls, people who have, old souls, like you might be young but you have an old soul about you. You guys are healers, right? So yeah, it's in you, okay? Emerald green could be very significant with the number 24. Okay, this is the number 6 when it comes to some of you guys being nurturers, healers. This is about being a caregiver, an empath. But whatever this is, you guys have something about you when it comes to healing, you know, relationships, or, you know, when it comes to matters of the home, you hit home to certain people when it comes to your energy, your compassion. Okay, now, when it comes to chosen ones, yes, not all of us are perfect. I always say this in my videos. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. But when it comes to me protecting my energy and me being a better person, I would rather protect my energy than entertain things that don't make sense to me or don't matter to me, right? And it sounds cold, but it's true. If you're somebody who's an empath for the collective and soul tribe, if you're somebody who is always giving, always being there for people, being the emotional punching bag, being the emotional scapegoat for everything, you know, everybody has a different situation that they've gone through. And it doesn't matter if you're at work or home. For some people, it's both. You go to work, you deal with nonsense at work, and then you go home. And, you know, maybe if you don't live with your family, maybe if you live with other people, you know, whether it is family or not, you know, you deal with their nonsense too. So it's almost like, where do you actually get time to breathe? When do you get time to, you know, go within, right? For some of you, this could be having to go outside for walks, or, you know, stay in your room, depending on if you have a, you know, an apartment or a house, depending on where you live, right? You know, circumstances. So everybody has a different, you know, situation that they go through. But when it comes to you being a healer or having healing energy, it's always been in you. Okay, again, when it comes to transformations, you guys are going through a transformation at this time. Phoenix energy. Again, these two numbers are mirrored numbers. So 2424 could be significant. Like, say you're like looking at the army clock and it says 2424. That could be significant. Also, when it comes to 2442, okay, take what resonates with that. Okay, that could be also something that you guys are seeing, right? But again, these are mirrored numbers. So again, there's something about you being a healer and it being in you with the strength card and Leo energy. There's something about Chiron energy being a healer. Okay, having strength when it comes to being a healer. Okay, being able to magnetize through gratitude. Okay, turkeys are very significant. I don't know why, but you know, Thanksgiving could have been something that happened for somebody when it comes to past energy as well. But there's something about giving thanks, okay? If it's not like the actual holiday, because again, not everybody celebrates certain holidays, not everybody does certain things, but when it comes to magnetism through gratitude, there's something about giving thanks, okay, for where you are, who you are, and how you show up. And you giving thanks and gratitude every day, that is allowing you to magnetize what it is that you want, which is Venus energy, right? Some of you guys are attracting new love. You know, angel number 10, I think it was 1043 and 1034 when it comes to like angel number 143. Love is very significant with these cups. Okay, being able to fill up your own cup, but because you filled up your own cup, you're able to fill up other people's cups as well. Okay, with these three cups, it reminds me of, you know, someone's creativity, how they express themselves, the joy that they bring, how optimistic they are. Okay, so yeah, self. Okay, being able to see that not all money is good money, right? But you guys are still abundant no matter what. Even if you have all the money in the world, you'll still be abundant. Even if you don't have all the money in the world, you're still abundant. Your energy is rich. It speaks for itself. Okay, your energy is almost like royalty, whoever I'm talking to. Okay, so like even when it comes to like Egypt or like Egyptian times, royalty, that kind of stuff. Okay, pharaohs, that kind of stuff. And I'm not talking about like Egypt now only. I'm talking about like back in the day, before we were even a thought. Okay, there's something about past life energy, knowing your worth, knowing who you are, knowing your power, and stepping into that power. But understanding that not all money is good money, because again, you could jeopardize your worth, you could jeopardize your love, you could jeopardize your value, you could jeopardize your respect, all for the thought of extra money in your pocket or extra coins, okay? Like, they always say money is the root of all evil. You know, do we need money to survive? Of course. You know, do we need to have it? No, because if you think about it, why do we need to pay for water and electricity, things that are naturally just here on Earth? Okay, there's certain things that we don't have to pay for, we shouldn't have to pay for, but at the same time, when you understand that this is a matrix, you understand that not everything is worth your time, not everything is worth your love, not everything is worth your value, and not everything is worth your respect. And that is why money could be very significant, where you guys could be doing things that are heart-centered. It's not about the money, it's about how you show up for people and yourself. Being a leader, being a role model, being that person that somebody can say, you know what, it's not about who you look up to, but being able to have a mutual respect for everybody. Because again, celebrities are what people look up to. We don't look up to celebrities. We don't look up to anybody. We look up to ourselves. And it's not being cocky. It's not being egotistical. It's for some of you guys have been humble your entire lives. And now, for once, you guys are stepping into this new energy with 1111 and doing something that actually resonates with you. Okay? Something that is worth your time. Something that is worth your love. Something that is worth your value. Something that is worth your respect. And this is all yourself. Okay? And because you guys are stepping into the self, worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect, you're always going to attract what it is you desire and what it is you want, because this is about you stepping into your authenticity. Okay, there's something about you rather being in your authenticity than to be fake. Okay, than to walk into a room and having to wear a mask constantly. Okay, there's something about, trusting your intuition and stepping up when it comes to, you moving away from material. Okay, it's not to say that we don't need material. We do. We need to have clothes on our back to be warm. We do need to eat food to be healthy. Okay, so it's not to say that we don't need these things, but when it comes to your energy being targeted or jeopardized or, mishandled, yeah, no money in this world is worth your peace and your stability and your mental well-being. Okay, you're very sure about that. So just because money can buy other people, it doesn't mean money can buy you, okay? Yeah, for some of you guys are focusing on the bigger picture, okay? Again, birds are very significant. Falcons, okay, could resonate for somebody with the number 19. Something about being a lighthouse or lighthouses could be very significant, and worker bees could be very significant as well, okay? Worker bees talks about abundance and also when it comes to growth. Okay, attracting what it is you desire. Birds talk about communication. Also, when it comes to seeing the bigger picture, your vision. Third eye activation is also significant when it comes to you shining a light on people, okay? Or you showing people that you are shining a light on people when it comes to their third eye and when it comes to them opening up their third eye. So again, if you are opening up your third eye, it means that you guys are prepared. You guys are ready to see things for what it is. You guys are ready to see the truth for what it is. When you open up your third eye and try to close it back, it is harder for you to do that. So this only may resonate for people who have either activated their third eye more than once and they're able to see things for what it is, and also being able to understand the situation that they're in because they're seeing the bigger picture. Okay, 19 talks about phoenix energy, transformations, double confirmation. This is about fulfillment and rebirth. Okay, mastery through your experience, endings and beginnings. Okay, this is about being in empowerment. Some of you guys, again, when it comes to your purpose, you guys are illuminating your purpose at this time. Okay, there's something about taming and attaining. Okay, with the number 28. Okay, so 1010, like I said, being able to move forward, okay, when it comes to taking action in this transformation. Some of you guys, again, could be grounding yourself, but that doesn't mean that you're not taking action. Okay, you guys are moving forward in this energy. So, Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. Yeah, you guys are grounding yourself. You guys are finding inner truth. Okay, with the number 7, this is about inner knowing, spirituality, wisdom, and introspection. This is about reflection and clarity. So some of you guys could have went within. You could have went into reflection and received clarity about an awakening, or you awakening your spiritual gifts. Okay, trusting in divine timing. Okay, yeah, getting out of your head is very significant with the number 37. So again, number 10, again, is very significant. You guys getting out of your head. Yeah, inner conflict resolution. So again, transmuting energy is very significant. Seeing things for, you know, what it is when it comes to transmuting the energy that's around you. Again, some of you guys are getting out of your head, yeah, and you guys are still trying. Okay, so there's something about keep trying with the number 4. This is about, like I said, stability, structure, and foundation. Okay, you guys are surrendering to receive an immense growth. So you guys are still, you know, going through immense growth. You guys are still learning, breaking through the illusions with the number 13. Okay, even though it may be hard sometimes, you guys are breaking through that. You guys are going through another metamorphosis again, transformations, right? And also being able to quantum jump, right? So this is about yin yang energy, being able to quantum leap into a newer timeline. Okay, for some of you that may resonate for that. So yeah, I'm going to end it here, but please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you for, you know, the love and the support that you guys have been giving and sharing. And again, follow me on TikTok and YouTube. For anybody that is looking for, like, you know, I think sub captions or titles and things like that. TikTok, it's a little bit weird when I try to do it on there. So if you guys are having like a language barrier and you guys would like a better translation, then YouTube is a little bit better with the closed captions. But yeah, again, follow me on both those platforms. And also my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. And I will see you guys next time. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Tuesday and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.